Texas Podcast Massacre contains spoilers and adult language. For more horror, visit us at our website at texaspodcastmassacre.com. This is Texas Podcast Massacre.
Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, coming to you from Houston, Texas. I'm your host, Mitch, and with me, as always, are my rock climbing team here, Lisa.
I don't know why y'all make a pregnant woman watch this shit.
And Nate.
That's my big fat snake. Do you want to touch it?
Yes, each week on Texas Podcast Massacre, we take a look at a different horror movie and debate a horror-related topic with our unsuspecting victim, who is usually someone that is not what we would call a horror fan. This week, in sort of a bizarre twist, Nate and I are the unsuspecting victims as we discuss the joys of maternity and motherhood and pregnancy with Lisa.
And all the stabbing it entails.
And all the stabbing.
Got that right. Say the wrong thing.
Yep.
It's stabby stab time.
It is. It is, particularly in this week's movie, Prevenge, which is a Shudder exclusive. They really want to make sure that you're aware that it's a Shudder exclusive. Yeah, so we're going to get into stuff, but Lisa, thanks for taking the brunt on this one.
No problem.
Was it a movie? I'm wondering if it was a movie or a documentary. Now I'm nervous.
Watch out.
Yeah, right. All right, well, with that said, let's get into our debate question for the week.
We will see how the Lord favors you.
No, you dare not, you blasphemer! He will punish you. The jaws of hell will devour you. All of you! No!
Okay, so in Prevenge, the lead character, Ruth, is really told to murder people by her fetus. And you hear the voice. It is a baby voice, and we'll get into a little more around that.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely in the trailer, so you'll hear it shortly. Let me ask you, though, if your fetus could talk, and if it was trying to tell you to murder people, what voice would it need to be in order to convince you to go kill people?
Yeah.
Nate, we'll start with you. What would you go with?
I'm going to go with William Shatner.
You son of a bitch.
Is that what yours is going to be?
I might as well just give it up now.
Once.
A cross between Christopher Walken or William Shatner.
Oh, you go Christopher Walken.
Yeah. But I mean,
yes.
They both got that stilting voice.
It's going to be a long, long time.
And that voice would make you want to kill people.
It's going to be a long, long knife. See? Fits in nicely.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to you, Lisa.
Well,
so Christopher Walken, talk me through the rationale.
I don't know. Probably not. Honestly.
Talk me through the rationale. Probably not.
Here's the problem.
Christopher Walken.
I have a fetus. And so, like,
I have a fetus.
I'm a fetus.
I'm a fetus.
I'm a fetus.
Are you looking at my bump? This is my bump. Sorry,
Don't touch me, bitch.
Lisa,
so anyway, I have a fetus, and so honestly, the first time that the baby
I have a fetus. I'm sorry.
Y'all have a good night.
no, that's on me. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Go ahead, please. I just couldn't resist. The only cure for that fetus. Anyway, I don't know.
Stabbing?
It's stabbing some bitches. That's right.
I feel like Mitch is going to get stabbed mid-podcast. Get ready for that drop.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Okay.
No, I was saying that. So the first time that the baby talked to her, I was actually kind of jealous. I was like, oh, I want to hear my baby. And then as the movie went on, I was like, no, you
never
can
mind.
wait.
Yeah.
You can wait until you're old enough to talk. I don't. It's fine. Just wait. So I don't know. It's harder for me because I actually have a little one that I'm honestly just more curious what he's going to sound like eventually. And if he sounded like Christopher Walken, I think I'd be pretty upset. I'm wondering where the hell he got that information
That's
from.
That's what I was wondering why you didn't pick like a smoother voice. Like I want my fetus to sound like James Earl Jones or something.
I mean,
what I mean? Like a Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Well, but again, the question is, what would drive you to kill? I think James Earl Jones or
Just pick up the knife, baby.
Morgan Freeman. I feel like that'd be more calming. Yeah.
Okay,
it'd
too
be all
calm.
right, yeah.
So you want like Gilbert Gottfried or something?
I'll stab him if you just shut up.
Exactly.
So Gilbert Gottfried was going to be my pick. Actually.
Really?
Oh my God.
Nailed it.
Nate,
Yeah.
Geez.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm crushing everyone.
I know.
That's right.
Let's just stab a guy. You know, I mean, yeah, that would drive me insane. And
See, the thing is, I'd just stab myself then. I don't think he would even be directed toward other people.
Yeah, I don't really know what we're supposed to debate about.
Out of all of ours, my person has, I would say, the most charisma. Maybe.
You know,
William Shatner get you to do things.
I feel like Gilbert Gottfried yelling at you 24/7 would get you to do things, unspeakable things.
It's like Aflac commercials on repeat.
Oh God,
that's your life. That would be terrible.
Yeah.
I'd cut my own climbing rope for that. God, terrible.
I mean, again, he got removed from the Japanese Aflac commercials because they were just like, we can't deal with all that yelling. So,
Yeah, right.
But even they already saw it was.
Oh. So the winner is no one.
Yeah,
no one won
No
this.
one. Okay, so let's reverse it. So let's do the other way. If it was just a normal the voice you would want to hear.
Yeah.
Where would you go? Would you still go Christopher Walken?
No. I don't know.
What's a calming voice that you like?
A calming voice?
Oh, I got one, but
What?
well, I'll say I just make the fetus Bob Ross. Boom.
Then we
It's
add a
over.
little clouds.
Then you're getting more sleep because your fetus is literally talking you to sleep.
Then we had some rainbows.
Add a little knife right in the corner, right there.
You know what would have been cool? What if the voice had actually been Jason's mother? Because in all the Friday the 13th, it's Jason's. You know, he hears his mom's voice.
Yeah.
What if this was the prequel to Friday the 13th?
Like if she had heard Jason, you saying?
No, like if that was Jason's mom, because it's a girl that she has,
Oh.
and that's Jason's mom.
That's
and
Jason's
then-
grandma. This is Jason's grandma.
Yes.
Interesting.
So
I mean, obviously timeline doesn't work, but
it has to be a Jason reboot.
We're going to
Jason
go off
reboot.
on a tangent, but did Jason's mom have murderous tendencies before her son was drowned?
No, but maybe they were always lurking under the
to
surface.
be fair, I mean,
and then
to having tendencies, she could have.
Yeah.
We don't know anything before that.
So we need a pre.
All we really know is that she didn't like teenagers. That's probably accounts for
or maybe
the majority of the United States.
Maybe this is a Firestarter prequel.
Ooh,
because that's how she gets the voice. Yeah, that could be cool too.
There's options. A lot of places you can go with this voice. Okay. Last one, then we'll move into our movie.
Ooh, I'd pick. Also, Adam West would be a good one too.
So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
No, Adam West would be good.
All right.
A lot of good voices, depending on how you wanted to go. When this movie was billed as a horror comedy, I really thought they were going to do more with the voice, or maybe even do like who is it? Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, give it a little British. I mean, I thought it'd be a little bit more British, a little less Cockney, / South African.
I don't know if there's any South African.
It was definitely a little Yolandi from Deontward.
I don't think so.
Yes, it was. It's not just look.
See, but y'all picked all men. You didn't pick a single. What if the baby's a girl? Like
Okay,
in this movie?
fair. So we picked a little boy's voice. What about little girl's?
Alicia Silverstone's voice in Clueless.
Oh
That would
my
drive you to kill?
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that Valley girl. Okay, all right, that's.
Just stab him already. I'm doing like an old Jewish woman midway through that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
This is a bizarre start to our show this week. We're clearly all delirious from our Halloween schedule.
Yeah.
Fran Drescher for me is clearly it's like female Peter Griffin. What about you, Lisa?
To kill?
Yeah.
Feel like
to kill.
probably Sarah Silverman.
Oh, okay.
Really? Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. I
Yeah,
can see
that-
that.
yeah,
She'd have that sarcastic, like, oh my God, he just needs to die.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't. None of these are good, you guys. This
I would
is
do-
terrible. Babies don't need to talk.
I would do not Jennifer Lopez, but Jennifer Lopez from South Park, of course.
I want tacos y burritos and stabbing people.
All right, we need to move on.
I can't even function.
We need to move on.
What is happening?
Yeah, so we'll just do we just apologize already for the
Yeah,
entire
I apologize.
information? All right, well,
It was just
as our
Jennifer
way of
Lopez.
saying thank you for sticking with this for this long, we are going to move into...
If you haven't stabbed yourself already, we really appreciate it.
Please add us at TX Pod Massacre and let us know never to do this piece again. Let us know which baby voice. It's probably one of our voices at this point. All right. Well, with that said, we're going to move on into discussing this movie. This week's movie of the week is Prevenge.
Kill him, or I'll kill you.
Do you want a drink?
If it's fun you're after, you've come to the right place.
I'm on the dark side. You would not believe what I've been doing recently.
Oh!
Very efficient with that one. I was wondering if I could talk to you about child charity. You're insane. I am a working mother. Children these days are really spoiled. Like, Mummy, I want a PlayStation. Mummy, I want you to kill that man.
Yeah,
That could be the best quote of all
Somehow
time.
in the trailer, it's funnier than it is in the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't
I don't
land as
know.
well in the movie.
Yeah.
So Prevenge is the story of Ruth, who is a single mother, kind of dealing with the loss of her husband.
Well, single almost mother.
Well, yes. So she's with child.
Yep.
And she is going on a murder spree that is being dictated to her by her unborn child. Nate, this came out this year. I know that much in 2017.
Yeah.
It is, again, a Shudder exclusive. So I know even when I was looking up just stuff for my normal notes, it was hard to come by.
Yeah, I got a couple things.
Okay.
So the movie came out last year in film festivals and stuff, mostly over in Europe. And then, it came out in the U.S. At South by Southwest in the spring here in Texas. That was the U.S. premiere.
I was there and I don't remember seeing it. Then again, I was there for the music weekend,
Exactly.
so,
There's so many things happening at South by Southwest. That's tough. So the movie came out this year. It's a tight 88 minutes on IMDb. It's a 5.9. What do you guys think it is on Rotten? Give me like a threshold here.
95.
You saw it already.
I told you we were looking
Cheater. Cheater. How many,
I know your games now,
out of
Nate.
how many reviews? Oh shit. See.
that's
Two?
62.
Well, I didn't even get to guess.
Well, no,
It
reason,
would not have been that many.
and the reason I wrote that is because 95, but it's a really small movie, so it's like maybe 5 people liked it and
Well,
whatever.
how
right?
many
But-
people are watching Shudder exclusives? I don't.
Well, it was at festivals and stuff too. I think so. That's where the reviewers are getting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on the festival circuit.
I not to discredit because we'll get into the movie, but I wonder too how often at these festivals people are just giving good reviews. Not that I'm not that call anyone's necessarily integrity, but I feel like a lot of these like
Kinda
small
like
indie films sort of end up getting these
Amazon.
great reviews because they come out in these festivals and part of it's to build up the hype and it's.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
I hope it doesn't happen too much, but there's certainly probably some.
What I think happens is that the people who like independent small movies like this are the ones who are going to the festivals and
that's
small festivals. I think that's why
it's different than because again we may get into it, but it's like it comes at night, very critically acclaimed, but it was a festival movie that then got brought into and I think mass from a mass perspective didn't really hold up.
I just think that the type of people who like those movies are the people that are going to see those movies. So it's kind of like a self-perpetuating kind of cycle.
Because I never, especially with South by. South by is a little worse for this than most others, but I don't feel like anyone comes out of South by hating something they saw. Everything's great out of South by.
That's true. Well, I mean, Disaster Artist was there this year, so
Yeah, but that's going to be actually great.
It is
So-
Okay, so
No one needed
sorry.
live for that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
so the platform we saw it on was Shudder again. Shudder exclusive. They didn't mention that. This is one of my favorite taglines of all time. Killing for two. That's fantastic.
Great.
That they figured it out. All right, so the director / writer /
slash.
main lead actress
Yeah.
is Alice Lowe. She is in possibly my favorite TV show of all time, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. If anyone has not seen,
Who would know that?
if anyone has not seen this show, go see
So
it.
everyone,
There's only-
everyone.
You can watch them on YouTube. There's 6 episodes. It is some of the greatest television in the history.
What
of
is it
Earth.
again?
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
What channel
Okay.
was it originally?
It's a
on?
British show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Highly recommended. Anyway, she was the female lead in that. She's also been in a bunch of, kind of small British comedies, all of the major British comedies she's had, cameos in.
Yeah.
Like Dean Lerner, Mighty Boosh, a bunch of really, really good ones. She was in Hot Fuzz. She was in other horror thriller movie Kill List. I don't know if you guys
She
seen
was
that
in
one.
Hot Fuzz?
Yeah, small part, but she was in Hot Fuzz. Yeah.
It's been a long time.
She was
since
in
Hot
World's
Fuzz,
End,
yeah.
and then she was the reporter helping Moriarty in Sherlock in one of the Sherlock
Son
episodes.
of a... I don't remember.
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's shocking because you're usually really good
Yeah,
at
usually
recognizing.
I can pick something up, but-
Oh yeah,
usually really
yeah,
good at picking
she's
people up.
around doing smaller stuff for the
Yeah.
last
Wow.
15 years.
Nice.
Okay, so the budget for this movie was $100,000, which I think is spectacular.
Yeah, see? This
They
is
really,
so realistic.
really stretched it. I would not think it was that little amount of money. How well this was
I'm
done.
pretty sure they just filmed it at people's apartments with fake blood, and they're like, done.
They had Yara Greyjoy. I mean, they had all kinds of people
Yeah.
in this movie.
And, why am I forgetting her name all of a sudden?
Liza Aaron.
Yeah, Liza Aaron was
Yeah.
in it too.
Yep, and Liza Aaron, a.k.a. Kate Dickey, who, I mean, Liza Aaron is fine and all, but she was also the main, the mother in Witch.
Yes.
So that's way
Oh,
more,
that's right.
way more important.
Of course you would remember that.
Of course, and she was in.
You're the only person that would put Witch over Game of Thrones.
I would for her, for that character,
Oh my
and then she's also in Prometheus. And then we got
That's right, she's in Prometheus.
Gemma Wellen Len, who's
Yep.
Yara Greyjoy as well. So Lowe filmed this while 8 months pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yes. The filming was 11 days to shoot. The film was written in 3 days, and she wrote it because no one would hire her when she was that pregnant. So,
Yeah.
boom, suck it. I'm going to make my own movie.
That's right.
Dicks. That was basically the premise for this movie, which makes it even more awesome.
So that exact scene where they're like, we can't hire you because you're too pregnant.
Was basically, middle finger up
Wow.
to, it was awesome. Loved it. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
That is great.
Oh, and that's about it. I mean, it's,
He's like, oh, you think pregnant women can't do shit? Watch this.
watch me stab you metaphorically.
Watch me make a whole friggin' movie.
I know. That's why the metaphors and stuff in this and allegories
to
were
her. That's
spectacular.
fantastic.
That was part of the reason why that was part of the enjoyment for
I'm
me.
like 5 months in and I don't want to get off the couch.
well, you don't want to write a movie in 3 days and then film it in
Hell
11 days
no.
while 8 months pregnant?
No.
So just think about everything that happened in this movie, and then you're 8 months pregnant.
So wait.
That's crazy.
So go back to the budget.
There's no stunt double or anything.
So $100,000. So
Yeah.
most of these people probably did this pro bono then, right?
Oh yeah, I would assume so. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how schedules are worked out because if they're only going to shoot over 11 days, then if you're only paid for the time you're on set, and then I imagine they probably get some royalty deal too, like any for whatever money
Maybe.
it generates.
but
I'll
still,
give you
I mean,
$20 if you let me stab you.
Yeah, right.
I mean, and again, too, who knows?
Most of the money is probably for the camera renting the camera equipment and the film and all that. I mean, that was probably the majority
Yeah.
of this movie. Yeah,
like Dave Franco and Seth Rogen aren't paying each other. You know what I mean? Like they're just going to do movies together. It's not like they have to work out contracts between the two. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but I mean,
it's like you get this much weed, I get this much weed.
Right.
We'll figure it out. That that's probably the only contract that exists.
That is, you're probably absolutely right.
But that's about it. Yeah, just
so we assumed you were going to bring it up, but you didn't. Do you know what movie they kept cutting to?
I did look that up.
Oh, you did?
It was bothering me.
is it Black? Was it Black Sunday
No, it wasn't Black Sunday
or Black Sabbath? I mean, sorry.
No. So they're supposed to be the Greek Furies. It's from Crime Without Passion.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a 1934 noir movie, but they're the three Greek Furies.
Oh shit!
Put it on the list.
No thanks.
No, I'm gonna.
No,
No,
not feeling it.
no. Okay, so overall thoughts about the movie. So Nate, you've already mentioned you clearly loved it.
I'm probably the highest on this movie of the group, I would think. One thing I think we probably all agree on: music. Music was good. I thought.
Yeah.
Music in the bars and stuff, the background kind of fun stuff in the trailer. It almost had in between that, like a low budgety disaster piece. It follows electronic kind of vibe in the background.
Yeah.
For some of the stuff. So I really liked that. It was subtle, but it was good. What else? I liked the, like I said, I liked the fetus voice a lot. I liked that they did a lot on a small budget. There were some pretty funny comedy moments that really landed, like when she did the laundry. I thought that was just absolutely fantastic. After she killed the guy, she did the laundry.
Oh yeah,
like there's stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff. I don't know, and like the weird dry British humor. I'm just a huge fan.
Yeah. For me, I feel like you and I are gonna butt heads a little bit on this one. It's fine if you like a lot of the dry British type humor.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, there were some things I chuckled at. I don't know that I laughed out loud at anything. Certainly when they were trying to be funny. I feel like some of the lines didn't land as well. Like I feel like the trailer did a better job than the movie did of hitting some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lisa, what were your overall thoughts?
I thought it was an interesting premise.
Yeah.
I did think it fell a little bit flat.
No.
And when you write in 3 days and you film in 11, I mean,
Sure.
that can happen. We were watching it and I kept telling Mitch, I was like, I want to see how they're going to end this. Because I wanted at the end there to be like this reveal, like, what actually happened to her baby daddy. And they kind of glossed over it and just hinted at what probably happened, but never really said it.
No, they showed what happened to the dad.
Yeah, but they didn't explicitly show all 7 of them on the rope and them saying, okay, we're not going to make it kill this guy.
Oh yeah, I mean
they just kind of talked it over at the very end.
11 days filming. So.
I know. Well,
a whole rock cliff scene. You kidding me?
That would have been an expensive shot to get. So yeah.
Yeah, they spent $10 on a rope.
You saw his head open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was something. You got the gist there. His head was literally open, and they had a little brain on there.
And also warn me. I mean, I know I got to prepare myself, but warn me before you're going to show a C-section. Because I was I mean, I know that could happen to me, but
it was a hard C-section.
Give me a second to
literally
prepare.
and figuratively.
Yeah,
it was a hard cut.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's trying to stab a dude. The dude ends up consoling her, which I thought was very classy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, smash cut, C-section.
Yeah.
Just getting in there.
I wonder, it kind of reminded me, again, I guess because of the Game of Thrones characters we had on there, I wonder if they got leaked. There's a hard cut similarly in Game of Thrones this season where, what's his name? Sam is cleaning up all the bedpans and everything, and he goes in and it hard cuts to what looks like a bunch of shit and everything that this guy's digging his hands in.
Yeah, but
and then it's like Popeye eating some cake or something.
Yeah.
But it's such a hard cut. You're like, oh my god,
This was the reverse of that.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
This went the opposite way. Oh, and I wonder if there's a little talking behind the scenes, considering they filmed this very quickly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Ruth and I guess her situation. So Ruth is, she's about 7-8 months pregnant in the film.
8 months pregnant.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is without her, who she calls the love of her life.
The dad, the father of the child.
And she's in this kind of apartment. I guess I don't really get the impression that.
No, it was a hotel.
It was a hotel.
Yeah. Because the apartment was his. He died. So let's get into this then.
Yeah.
So he was going to leave her anyway when she was 3 months pregnant-ish. And then
she said she had just found out the day he died.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
So
No. That story. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that was
that
just
was a story she told.
Because even though in this film no one's ever chasing her, like there's none of this like detective, someone like, trying to follow up on all these murders, but she's still like creating new identities.
Yeah. That's
to
true.
go track these.
Yeah, that's
people
right.
down.
So he didn't know she was pregnant when he died.
Yeah. So they were thinking about breaking up, and he goes rock climbing.
Yeah.
Dubious safety measures being done on this climb. There's too much weight. Everyone could follow their deaths, so they cut the lowest guy.
That is such bullshit.
And he was the lowest guy, and then they hint at it, and she has a picture of him, and they hint at it the whole time, and then eventually, you see what the end result of after he has fallen, and his skull got caved in because he fell on some rocks.
And let me be perfectly honest
That's brutal.
with you.
That's brutal.
Her motive is dead on. Like
You're not faulting.
No, if something happened to Mitch,
Yeah.
you better believe this baby's coming. And where's my daddy?
I said, what would I do differently? What would I do in the future? Never go climbing with Mitch, just in case. In case.
Don't let anything happen to him on your watch day.
Not go.
Also, though, I don't want anyone having to haul my weight up.
See, when you just sit on the couch at home, chances are you're going to be okay.
Yeah, look, if you want to go to the little rock gym, have at it. You want to do they had like a little rock climbing treadmill at one gym I went to, great, and go nuts. You don't need to go out on a 7-person rope on like Nick Kent does, and
Yeah.
Unless you're some sort
It's
of like
more,
weird,
you need a rush.
you're like some like weird spider monkey, just don't go with people you don't know. Anyway, we're getting into what we would have done definitely too early.
Anyway, all right. So that is the reason why she is single.
Yes,
and pregnant, because that guy died, and then she found out she's pregnant right after.
Yeah, and so as she's in this hotel room, which the hotel room always kind of crazy. I mean, she has neighbors who are banging constantly.
Neighbors is generous.
And, they are banging.
Bangers is more like it.
Do we know it's always the same couple, or is it just every night?
I think it's different. I think it's different.
Coming to get.
Well, I don't know. I would think it's the same because that is some strike force. I mean, those walls are shaken.
I think the point is that she's in a not the nicest hotel ever,
right? And
people are just constantly going there to have sex. I think that's the general gist. So it might not necessarily be the same people or not. I think it's just going there to.
Which I don't need my
spot. I don't know.
That's the one part I don't need my unborn baby said. Well, that's never going to happen to you again. It's like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the fetus is not.
The fetus is a bitch.
Not a lot of inspirational quotes coming from this fetus. No. It's all negative. No, someone's being nice to you, they're pretending. They hate you.
Yeah, this fetus is very upset about daddy being gone.
Yes.
And it does not seem to have a lot of passion for her mom.
Or anyone.
Right.
Caring. Well, okay, anyone, that's fine. But she only knows her mom, really. It's not like she's been. But yeah, she really does not believe in.
But she didn't really know her father either, because she was like.
She knew enough to hate humanity now.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, this baby is just straight up. Not really like there's no angel on the shoulder. It's just double fetus over here.
The fetus is just dictating what's going on.
How did this not happen with Rosemary's Baby? Of all the babies, the devil's baby didn't.
Well, to be fair, did you see what Rosemary looked like? It was more of like a absorbing from the inside rather
he
than
was slowly killing her. Yeah,
exactly. So it was more like that until she got raw meat. So I mean, that's pretty good too. Yeah.
Well, it's okay. So let's talk about a key difference between Rosemary and Ruth.
Yeah,
both ours. Coincidence? No.
Yeah. Well, no. It was they named her Ruth because then they made a ruthless joke during the thing, but it was actually kind of well done.
I missed it. So
it was during the talk about the job thing. You had to be ruthless.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it had to be cutthroat.
No,
that was what I heard.
But there's ruthless, and then there was we had to make harsh cuts.
Gotcha.
So good.
Gotcha.
Loved it.
So let's talk about the state of healthcare in England.
We should all go live there. That's what I say.
Well, yeah, she's getting constant checks. Although
I think that was a free clinic.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
And they may. I'm not surprised.
They're all free clinics.
Well, but you know what I mean. Like, I
pay
think
for any pregnancy care there. Like if you go have a baby, you pay $0. Like when you deliver the baby, you pay no dollars.
And they don't question if your baby's trying to get you to kill people or not.
Well, they do, but then they just don't tell on you, even if you say something, which is what happened in this movie.
Right. Yeah, she clearly needs help, but
well, then fine. But let me put it to you this way: if it's all free, no matter the carrot, go to a different one. Like she kept going to that same lady who was like, "You're a little bit nuts. I'm going to call the cops," and then she just kept going back.
yeah, I never got the impression she particularly enjoyed this doctor.
No, well, this nurse, or it was the nurse, right?
Was it? I thought it was
Was that the doctor?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought
It doesn't
so.
matter.
Because the person like took the blood. Usually a nurse takes the blood, not the actual doctor.
No, I mean, I don't
draw the blood.
Again, it's just to me, this was a small town, so maybe they're just not staffed.
They were working pro bono.
Pro boner?
Boner.
Well, this movie was anti-boner. if anything.
Well, no, you can't really say that because she killed women too. It was
Yeah, but
was
there's one
responsible.
particular scene I'm talking about.
Well, yes.
It's
No,
very
yeah.
anti-boner,
Yeah.
which we'll get into very shortly.
Well, the first two. Well, I'm jumping ahead if you want to talk about that. You ready to go to that?
So, moral of the story: Ruth's in a bad place. She's going insane.
I mean,
she's not sleeping.
She's getting a care, but she doesn't really like her doctor.
Yeah.
She's not in a very good situation. She's not getting sleep.
She's very lonely. I think
she's
the
very-
main thing is
yeah.
she needs contact, and she is not.
yeah, all
getting
she
it
has
at
is
all.
a murderous fetus. That's it.
Yeah.
No one else to really talk to.
Yeah.
She has no friends. She's no friends, no family, no anything. She's kind of just really, really secluded.
So let's talk about the murders because there's a number of them,
And they are awesome.
Yeah. So let me start off this. Let's start off this way. What was your I don't want to say favorite murder, but what murder stood out to you in terms of maybe so there's a lot of symbolism in this movie. Of that, which of those murders were your favorite?
I honestly, the first two. But see, they kind of tricked me going into the murders because the first two guys were both really creepy.
Very misogynistic.
Oh, my God.
Super creepy. And so I thought that's where we were going with it. Like she was taking out all these creepy guys that did something. I didn't know what yet. And then, of course, they took a hard turn with Lisa Aaron. But of all the ones that she did, I almost felt like those two deserved it the most. And that was without really knowing her motive at the beginning. But they creeped me out. So I was like, just get rid of it.
DJ Dan is the most killable person I've ever seen in a horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
I've never rooted for someone to die.
He is the opposite of
Terrible.
Dr. Dan from Halloween 3.
Yes. I don't know, but they're both pretty misogynistic.
He's just the creep. Well, he's the creepier, more pukier version.
Yeah,
of,
there
Dr.
we go.
Dan.
Yeah, he stayed in the early 80s, but it's like 2016. No, he is one of my least favorite characters of anything I've ever seen in my life. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Because he gets a lot of screen time.
I did enjoy how even while he's hitting on this pregnant woman and like doing the shots,
he thinks she's fat. So don't worry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he thinks he's fat first. That's right.
He thinks an 8-month pregnant person is fat. He does not care.
But he's also trying to he's like hedging his bets. Like he's getting shots for this other girl next
says,
to him.
I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
At a bar.
At a bar with like all 4 people at it.
Yeah.
I did appreciate when she got the shot and she threw it in that other guy's face. Because it was hilarious. My pregnant sense kicked in, and I was like, "You're not supposed to be drinking. You're pregnant." And then I was like, oh, "Okay, she threw it away." It's fine.
She was throwing it away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like in this movie, the first murder happens in 5 minutes and 3 seconds. I wrote that down. Very fast.
That whole scene in the
very fast
bug insect store is
all the innuendo about snakes.
Oh my gosh,
spiders, and I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
So creepy. I'm like, why is she even talking? Oh, because she wants because she's gonna murder him. Okay, that's fine. That's fine then. Like,
it was very sudden. They started off with a bang. Like oh shit.
Yeah, I liked my favorite was the Ella one because it was just like throwing in the face of like, oh, I'm pregnant, so I can't hire you. But I can't say that. Oh shit! Whoops! It's against the law to say that.
Oops.
But I'm saying it.
Yeah. One of the lines that pissed me off the most of this entire movie was when she told her, "You need to get over this mothering thing."
Yeah, no, hold on. She has a quote, sort out your business before getting into other people's. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
that
was like,
whole scene, I was
fuck
pissed.
you. And then, so she's like, well, we had to make some really deep cuts and you might not be hiring, even though they're clearly hiring, but it's not her. She's pregnant. And then when she, bangs her head against the table after kissing her on the mouth, which was freaking awesome.
She really confused
then
the fuck
slits
out
her
of her.
throat, and then she's like, oh, sorry, I had to make some harsh cuts. I was like, bam! Mic drop. Loved it. Loved it.
I really did want to see her. I did want to see her wheel the chair out of the office building. Because she's like, this is a really nice chair.
Oh, and then take the chair?
Yeah, I wanted to see her just like dump it on the ground and like wheel the chair out.
That would have been awesome.
So let me ask.
So what was yours? What was your favorite?
Well, no, I think the best one was what we just talked about was Lisa Aaron's scene. I mean, I think it was the one that was handled the best in terms of, I think, the point they were trying to kind of make with it. The symbol, the reasoning behind it. Again, the mic drop at the end was great.
Yeah.
DJ Dan was also, there was so much screen time to
DJ Dan was basically like an extended I Don't Want No Scrubs music video. It was like he hit everything. Live with his mom. Terrible Afro DJing at a weird place, club, being real creepy to women. Being really gross. At one point, he says
he feels her stomach moving.
At one point, he says, "Hold on, I have to make sure I get this." They mention Grease, and he says, "Oh, it's like Olivia Newton-John, but you look more like Elton John." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And these are sentences.
And he was, the most handsome guy in the whole movie.
I think my problem with the whole DJ dance.
No, he was not.
I know, that's the point. He was horrible.
Oh.
And I think my problem with the whole DJ dance scene was just the whole. I don't think the mom needed him living with his mom needed to be thrown in there and added. It's something about it just.
Oh, I love that. Because he's all like, I play the field, I do all these things. He's saying all this shit, and then he is just a total loser.
You were just worried about what was going to happen to the mom after.
Maybe that's
and
what
she
it
was
is.
Totally cool. She was totally cool with the mom. I was like, hey, I got no qualms here.
No, but I'm saying now who's going to take care of her?
This mother clearly has Alzheimer's. It's not like she has a life alert around her neck.
The mom had enough wherewithal to say, don't stay with this dude. Even though she's got dementia.
Yeah.
See, I'm all for it there.
I don't know. I get why it was added in.
She'd be better in the home than with that guy. I'm not
disagreeing.
I would almost never
I'm just saying. I feel like it was just sort of added in there to make a cut. I don't know. Anyway,
would you have felt better if she had called someone and been like, "This lady needs help"?
She's got clean laundry.
For all the symbolism, all the stuff around motherhood and all that, that she would kill this woman's son and then just be like, deuces.
Yeah.
I think that's really why it kind of sits kind of weird with me. It's not a bad
flat,
scene.
yeah.
It just.
Oh, that guy was the most killable guy I've ever seen.
No. DJ Dan deserves everything.
But the mom didn't deserve it.
I think the mom deserved to not have him around. He was ordering her around saying,
"No, I know,
didn't do your
but that's what we're
chores."
saying.
That's not what we're saying.
We're saying if she had called anybody and been like, "Hey, this lady needs help. Can you come pick her up and take her to a home where she would have been much happier and more taken care of?"
She'll get there. She'll get there.
Nate, everything's free. She'll get there.
Not everything's free, but she'll get there.
Well, I mean, if the doctor's free, certainly.
Well, it's not free. You pay taxes. But.
So let's move on because I want to ask you about this one. We're going to jump around into some different murders. These aren't necessarily in order of the movie, but so there's Lynn, who's the fitness chick.
Yeah, Yara.
And this is Yara from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Yara Greyjoy.
She.
This is one of punched her in the stomach.
This is one of my
she's trying to murder you, but don't you punch a pregnant person in the stomach?
This could be one of the most hilarious fight scenes in the history of Earth.
Well,
she just keeps jabbing a boxing. Okay, tell me this, Lisa. If someone comes in your house saying they're from a child's charity who's pregnant, you let them in because you feel bad that they are pregnant. Okay, and like, I need to use the bathroom because I'm pregnant. It's like, okay, that's fair.
Right.
Then they try to attack you, and they're pregnant, so you can escape. Because you're not pregnant, right? Yeah. You run away. What do you grab as your weapon to defend yourself? A, something long to defend yourself. B, maybe something sharp, just in case you have to. I mean, it's a pregnant person, but you don't want to. C, boxing gloves.
I mean,
what? Why would you grab boxing?
It was the closest thing in her proximity.
It's the nicest thing you can possibly grab, right? I guess.
But why is she trying to get pads for this girl?
I don't know. I would be way harsher than boxing gloves. But She goes and grabs boxing gloves.
Yeah.
And this was the person that her boyfriend was going to leave with in that fake story. Is that who this person is?
No, and that's kind of my point. I didn't quite get where what she really had.
She was the person that was whatever with her boyfriend who died.
No, but none of that.
I think
real.
she was just part of the six people that let him go.
There. All this really ever boiled down to was who cut the rope.
Shit.
That's the last question she really asked.
I was looking for more stuff.
No, she's just
there.
coming up with random stories. That's just her identity.
Got it.
But see, this is why I don't answer the door. So
yeah,
I just
a pregnant person. I normally I would say like I'll stand at the door and then whatever and then exchange whatever. That's fine. But yeah, letting someone in, but then if it's pregnant, I could almost see that. You know what I mean?
No, I just don't answer the door.
Most people answer
I
the
think
door.
once a knife is introduced, maybe.
Well, she never saw the knife. She swung at her with like a kayak paddle or something. Right? No. And then she went to go run to get the boxing gloves. But then, all right, so this fight scene is great. So she has a knife in her hand, Ruth, and she's coming at Yara, and Yara just keeps like jabbing her in the eye.
Yeah.
Like hilariously. They're talking and she just like keeps jabbing. I was laughing. I thought it was hysterical. And then she threw the gut punch though. Ooh. Not great.
You thought it was hilarious to see a pregnant lady get punched, Nate. You've had some questionable.
There was no stunt double. I mean, I don't know. She might pull the punch a little bit, but there was no stunt double in this movie. So
yeah, there was. It was clearly a light tap. I mean, but
but this is the thing. I don't care if they're pregnant and you accidentally punch them in the stomach. If someone has a knife, you do not get close to them with the knife. I mean, you never lean into the knife.
Yeah,
what a mistake.
Yeah,
she sure learned something from Game of Thrones, but apparently she didn't.
Yeah, so I didn't get. So did this girl not want to? So she talked about the charity. I didn't quite catch all of it. You know, I realized this movie's in English, but I had a hard time understanding what the hell anyone was ever saying.
God, Mitch.
No, I couldn't hear. I don't know. But again, production levels. As the sound engineer here, I had
zero problems.
Good for you. I had problems too.
We had problems.
What?
I would have enjoyed.
But we don't sit around watching British comedies all day like you.
That's first mistake.
Oh God! So, was there anything more to this scene, to this character than just we just wanted to put Yara, Greyjoy in this?
No, she's the fitness person who apparently was the climber. Yeah, she's like, there's a children's charity. Do you mind? And then she's like, I hate children.
Because every other person in
she's
this,
also anti-children, because
every other person in this is like. There's a selfish piece of it, or there's like an anti-mother piece.
She didn't like children.
Okay, that was what I was trying to get. Yeah. I couldn't remember if
she's like, I couldn't give a damn about children. That's what she said. And then she's like, oh, just let me in so I can stab you.
The one murder I felt terrible about was that guy that was so nice to her,
Josh,
and then he just became collateral damage.
Yeah, so let's talk about the roommates. I mean, the one guy she does not wait.
Eyeball stab.
Yeah, so we didn't get any of his backstory.
No, he's just.
But he seemed to recognize her.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she was at they obviously interviewed them and there was an inquest and stuff. And she was there for that. The other climber guy also recognized her. The instructor.
Yeah.
Also recognized her.
But then why didn't anybody else?
Yeah, it just depends.
I mean, this is the girlfriend of the person who just died. I think she would stick out.
Well, she's literally sticking out.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question.
Oh my God.
Well, some people did, some people didn't. I mean, that sounds realistic to me. I mean, if some people would just...
I'm pretty sure if I was part of the cause of someone's death, I'd remember their significant other. Because I'd feel terrible.
Well, and she's pregnant now, too, so she looks a little different. She was not pregnant at the time. And it was 8 months ago. That seems pretty realistic.
You are saying a lot of things right now.
It seems pretty realistic to me. I don't know.
She's pregnant, so she's a totally different person.
I'm saying she looks a little different. Because she's pregnant. I say she looks a little different.
So I'm gonna pull y'all out of this mud hole here.
Anyway, so what I was saying was I felt so bad for that other guy.
And again, the other guy I think was the whole point. They didn't want to make him part of the seven,
right?
Spree.
But his role of it was,
to make
reinforcing that you can't be happy with anyone. It's reemphasizing that loneliness.
He was pretending to be nice. That's what the fetus kept saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was nice.
And
He seemed very nice.
yeah, that was Josh, and we all know it's not like any Josh isn't gonna go call the police.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite lines in the entire movie. The fetus is like, the guy's name was Josh. He was going to call the police. Oh my gosh. It's like, yep, nailed it.
What were they eating out of the jar that he was like, how have you never had this before?
I have no clue.
Okay, yeah, I have no clue either.
I actually did not catch that. So
Okay.
something fancy though. Something very fancy.
Yeah.
So the last person that she goes after on Halloween.
Yeah, on Halloween. With an amazing how good was his face paint, Mitch?
Is all right.
It was only okay? Oh, man.
I've seen and done better.
To be fair,
oh, shit.
she hesitated because she went after him like 3 different times and just couldn't.
Yeah,
couldn't.
For whatever reason,
finish it.
something about the instructor she was having. Well, the first time it's because he was like, I can't train you, so she couldn't get alone with him.
Yeah.
Second time he felt her following, so she had to back off. The third time though, at the party. She gets held up because she realizes he has a wife as well, and she's now expecting.
Yeah.
So now she's...
Well, and her water broke.
And, well,
She's having some issues.
Yeah.
That makes it
Oh, man. Murphy's Law, I guess.
Yeah.
So...
Literally?
She goes, I'm not grieving. She goes, I'm not grieving.
Yeah.
I'm gestating. During that,
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh,
got
Jesus.
it.
So that happens.
Love it.
Let's talk about the instructor. He clearly is the one that cuts the rope. That's the one that killed her husband. He had to make the call.
Yeah, he made the call.
That's point.
Did he cut it, or did he just make the call to cut it?
There was a scene where it looked like when they try to show the flashback when you see the husband with his brain kind of exposed when he lands. I mean, it makes it look like he's
okay.
Though because they only focus on his face and it's
that's true.
The sky background.
Yeah, that's probably him.
I think because again he's the one with the experience. Everyone else is like, oh shit, what do we do? I still don't quite get why they had to cut the rope.
Doesn't he?
Also,
he
how DJ
the
Dan's
most.
fat ass didn't get cut off first.
I think that what happened is,
but I don't go rock climbing. So.
It was a group climb. They had ropes. What happened is they probably had too many people on it, and then, probably some of the carabiners like broke or fell out. Because normally you'd be fine. Even with that, you'd be fine.
Right.
And so then in that situation, everyone was going to fall soon with less posts or whatever. So then they had to cut somebody loose so that the rest of the people could get up.
I guess he was just at the tail end.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's just bad luck.
Could have been any of them, but it ended up being.
How do you put yourself below DJ Dan?
I don't know.
That
DJ Dan
was on
you
him.
probably rotate. You probably I would assume it would rotate.
That was on
of some
him.
sort.
Or DJ Dan was just like, no, fuck y'all. I want to be at the front.
DJ Dan looks very nimble.
I can't imagine he's just like, oh, I'll hold up the rear. No big deal. We're good.
Yeah, hold up the fanny as he would call it.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
So
I gotta. Can I have like 5 minutes just to talk about DJ Dan at some point?
No.
Maybe for the special the bonus show or something.
This is a character who throws up in an afro wig.
Yeah.
And then after throwing up, he goes from vomiting to kissing in like 0 to 60. Like it was just like 1 second, and then he just vomits straight into kiss.
See, Dr.
Like
Dan,
one motion. Oh, my
Dr. Dan would have done that after that 6-packer Santa Mira.
Oh man.
So
that was brutal in that cab. I mean, that was.
Then it starts to make.
Oh, God. I was like, kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Kill him.
I'm pretty sure if you
him
vomit
dead.
in front of a pregnant lady, she's gonna vomit too. I would.
This lady was badass. I mean, 8 months pregnant. She's
is tough as
stabbing
nails.
bitches. Yep. She is. And what's the death count? So there's the pet
1,
guy,
2, 3, 4,
Dan,
5, 6. I think there's 6.
Yara,
7.
Ella,
7 if you count the
roommates. Huh?
7 if you count the roommate.
Yeah. Dang. All right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
So she doesn't end up going through killing the instructor.
She basically breaks down.
Yeah, she basically breaks down. He mentions that he was going to leave anyway, or not. He was going to leave, but just mentioned that y'all were having troubles anyway, and she kind of breaks down. She's essentially going into labor. Also, they cut to the C-section.
Hard cut.
You see the baby, and she realizes that it wasn't real. it's just a baby. It was never the voice wasn't coming from her child. It was coming from
her.
And,
yeah, I think
so. As great as this healthcare is in England, they still are not very good at diagnosing a mental.
Well, I think the nurse doctor lady had diagnosed her, but she felt bad for her, so she's like, I'll let you go. I'll let you off with the warning.
So then she just abandoned. I mean, yeah. So let's talk about the ending. So.
Well, I was going to say before we get to the ending, it was interesting to see the kind of progression of her breakdown, because there's that one scene, is it right after the rock climbing when it looks like the baby's attacking her and she's like, all right, I'll go do it, like just stop, and she's like doubled over in pain.
Well, she's like, if you don't kill them, I'll kill you.
But there's that scene in the alleyway where the fetus doesn't even talk. It's her
it's just
kind
pain.
of like in pain.
Yeah.
So I thought that scene was interesting.
I mean, you can see the descent is happening throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And then, at the end, maybe people were expecting maybe like a female Damien or something, right? I mean,
and then
you're all one
or a Rosemary baby or whatever, and it's like, no, you are freaking insane.
You're the weird one, not the baby.
And it makes way more sense than the fetus actually talking. That no, you're a crazy person.
So what did y'all think about this ending? When she
I liked it.
Walks out of the hospital, lays the baby there.
It's better for the baby.
It's better for the baby. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then, so she walks out of the hospital. She goes to the cliff again. So she's been in the cliff multiple times because she keeps having flashbacks to it. And then the instructor guy's there because I'm sure he was thinking about it too, and probably had been, and especially after being confronted with a knife by the girlfriend of the guy who died had gone there again. And then you're like, oh, all right, this will be her growth. This will be her reconciliation. This will be where she apparently gets away with a lot of murders, but then can be a good person and be a mom. And nope, she brings the knives out to murder this guy straight up.
Yep.
So what do you guys think? Did you like the ending, or do you think there could have been a better one? Because I kept thinking that we were going to get a twist that she's the one that cut the rope because he was going to break up with her, or he was cheating, or something happened. And
the way they described it, I don't think it was possible.
Yeah, I'm fine.
As they got more into it, it's like, okay, clearly.
I mean, she was crazy though. So
I don't think she was crazy until she figured she was pregnant, right? And then I guess she hadn't killed anyone before she was 8 months pregnant, so maybe it was just like
festering.
I think it was just because she was lonely and not getting sleep, and then eventually she started hearing voices.
Well, I think the grief,
many months that, and the grief.
Being pregnant can drive you crazy.
Yeah, prepartum insanity. What was it? What did they try to give that line they said in Rosemary's Baby? She was prepartum depression.
I don't know.
They tried to explain why she when they were telling her she was going crazy.
Yeah, I didn't mind the reveal as much. I thought that was good. 'Cause, sometimes they always try to force a supernatural.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Exactly.
I just her just kind of wandering off, abandoning the baby, going straight to the hills, and just effectively, I guess, killing the.
My assumption is that she would kill him and then jump off the cliff.
Maybe
that would be that's my guess.
Yeah, I thought she was heading
to join. She kills everyone and then she jumps off to join that guy, and then the baby can have a much better life if that was her mother. Yeah. That was rough. I don't know.
Anything else about this movie y'all want to mention besides DJ Dan? We're giving him more time than the movie did.
I mean, the most killable character of the history of Earth.
No, I don't think my baby particularly liked it because he was kicking me. He was probably no.
Do it. I don't have a voice. Do it.
Oh my God. All right. Well, with that said, then let me ask you, what would you have done differently?
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
Lisa, what do you do differently? If you, as the one with the most firsthand experience.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think sitting on the couch more and getting some rest is a good idea.
To get more rest.
Yeah. 8 months pregnant, you should probably rest up. Yeah. I also think
not being a shady.
I think she was
and Castle Bangs a lot over here. Whatever the hotel.
I also think
it's Sir Bangs a lot to you. Okay.
If you're gonna go on a murder revenge spree, maybe keep it less physical. And do something more subtle, like poison.
Oh, okay. Go more for the poison.
Yeah, because I could see myself getting really tired trying to stab all these people.
She could have poisoned that guy, like DJ Dan's drink for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was the thing.
That's
that
what
could
I
have
thought
happened.
she did at
That could
first.
have.
Yeah.
That could have happened. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think she has a lot of resources. I don't even know she can get poison resources.
Meh.
She can grab a kitchen knife. That's I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, was it the same? Did she carry the same knife throughout the movie with her?
Well, at one point, and again, this is why I liked it. She stabbed him with the knife, and we haven't even explained this kill yet. So DJ Dan realizes that she's not fat. She's pregnant, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. She basically slices his nutsack.
Yeah.
His thigh / nutsack. A testicle falls out.
He deserved it.
He 100% deserved it. And then he dies from bleeding out, basically.
And then his mom comes in and says, "Oh, we need to put some bleach on that."
How did you not laugh hysterically on that?
I chuckled.
So
Chuckled.
good. But not only that, then she's like, all right, I'm going to do the laundry. After I'm going to do the laundry, I'm going to she washes the knife, which is why I bring this up. She washes the knife and puts it in like the drying rack. So I think she was getting different knives.
Okay.
I think.
It just seemed convenient that no matter where she went, she happened to get a knife.
No.
Yeah. And I like, most movies we talk about how the cops are made to be incompetent, which is why anything can even happen in these movies, right? Normally, I think after one murder, the cops would probably find you, right? And then it'd be over.
Well, yeah, so...
In this movie, you never see them, but they are incompetent. The
That's what I would
incompetence is
have
in the background.
That's what I would have done differently if I was a detective on that first murder.
Yeah.
Someone clearly has gone into this pet store and seen a murdered body there. It's not like she cleaned up, or at least they don't show that she cleaned up, so I got to assume that she didn't.
I mean, she burned her clothes.
Yeah, but did she, go dump his body in a whole vat of, acid or something?
Maybe the snake ate it.
And I'm pretty sure after the second or third, they could piece together the pattern.
That's when you're like, oh, hey, all these people were in that pretty high, relatively high profile.
It was an accident. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but if that person's dying, if the same people...
They investigate.
Because they look at connections, like, who did this people know? Oh, well, wasn't he part of... Yeah, that's like, I Google search this guy. Oh, he shows up on the newspaper feed for this guy that had a horrible accident.
Someone could Google it
not even a year ago.
Yeah, that's true.
This wouldn't be hard detective work. That's all I'm saying.
This is very, very invisible incompetence happening.
Right. So, invisible incompetence. I like that. And I think, again, you already kind of mentioned earlier, but agreed. If you have gone to the trouble of putting on boxing gloves and then you make the decision to punch, that wasn't a reflex. You make the decision to punch a pregnant woman in the stomach who is brandishing a knife. You.
That was so stupid.
You can clearly outrun her.
That's your genuine reaction to punching essentially a baby. I mean,
then don't punch her. Then don't punch her in the
shit.
gut. Just keep knocking her in the face. You were doing fine with the first.
Yeah, she could have knocked her out.
It was. Oh god, that's make the worst joke of all time. Never mind.
Well, Nate, what would you have done differently?
I'm not gonna do it. What I would have done differently is call child services if I was that nurse lady.
Just get it done.
Just get it. She's clearly insane. Just put her under observation. No. That way she can't stab anyone.
So what awards would you give?
Oh, I have a lot of awards. I have the Low Blow Award for Ruth on DJ and Yara Greyjoy. Not only does she slash a guy's testicle out, but she also fakes being hurt by being punched, and then while down,
dude, that was not fake. If someone punched me in the stomach right now.
Yeah, but she wasn't like doubling over in pain. She just like went down for a second, got her knife ready, and then just shanked her. It only took about like 5 seconds. I call it the Low Blow.
All right, what else you got?
Nice guys get stabbed last. To Josh, he was nice. He still got stabbed though, and yeah.
Poor child.
Yeah,
I mean, and a pregnant woman like on the ground like killed him. I mean, come on, really? I mean,
there was a shock factor there, though, because he didn't expect to come in and see his roommate dead.
Still, you should be able to get away from that. And then I have the least sympathy award to DJ Dan. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
agreed.
Worst character ever.
Awards for you.
The Badass Bitch Award.
Yeah.
Because, damn, 8 months pregnant, and she just... Well, the director, writer, actress, because...
crush it.
Man.
Yeah.
She's just like,
real life. You
won't give me a job, I'm going to make a job.
You're saying this is a real life award, not even for the movie. Yeah, all right.
Good
I'm in.
for her.
Alice Lowe. So, boom.
So I got 2 awards, but to the same
Don't
character.
let anything ever stop you from following your dreams.
I gave Best Yolandi from Deontward cameo, and Daddy's Girl Award goes to this baby.
She really was sad about her daddy.
As the child should be.
Yeah.
This movie should have been called Fetal Attraction. Yep.
With that, we're going to move right on into the final cut.
Final cut.
That scream is our listeners at that joke.
Fetal Attraction.
So I'm going to jump ahead of this.
Okay, jump in.
I'm going to give this 3 out of 10 missed baby scans. And let me tell you, the reason why I gave it kind of a lower score, I get the symbolism. I get what they were trying to kind of say. I think the time that went into it, imagine it being in defter hands, right? Like
sure.
Imagine this being a Quentin Tarantino sort of.
Yeah, but you think about this is that movie then never gets made. That's the thing. Like this movie would never get made if it wasn't for this.
I don't know about that. I don't know that that's necessarily true.
What are the other movies like this that have ever been made?
I'm not saying it's not unique. I'm just saying give it more than 11 days max, 15 days.
That's all
max.
they had. That's all
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think in more or even if just more people involved in it, some of these things could hit better.
Like if she had written it and then kind of gotten
other
more
people
help.
kind of thought like, it would have been good. What if it hit? Like, it's like,
but then I don't think they would have been made then because it was like real tight budget. I think she had a very small window to get the camera.
And that's fine. But again, if you film something in 11 days, chances are it's not going to be as good as something that you've had some time to really work through the process.
I mean, that is true.
I get it, but that's. Again, I think the idea is very clever and original. But anyway, Lisa.
I'm going to give it 5 out of 10 stabby stabs because, I mean, I think you're right. It was a good premise. I did like where they were going. Like I said, I was a little disappointed in the ending. I wish they had done a little bit more with it. Mm-hmm. But overall, I thought it was a pretty decent movie. And it didn't make me, watching it pregnant, I didn't get all squirmy until the hard cut to the C-section.
Yeah. Well, if anything, this is kind of like a getting you like pregnancy, like jacked up. Like,
right?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Fuck these guys. Get in my way. Boom. Shanked.
Okay. Nate, how about you?
I'm flip-flopping on what score I want to give this. I really liked it, so I'm going to go one higher than I put on my notes. I'm going to go 7 out of 10 loads of laundry. I really like this movie. Probably irrationally so.
Well, and again, I think you said it at the beginning. If you like a lot of these independent sort of films, and you probably are more inclined to like this than I. Yeah, it's certainly not for me. I'm certainly more of a mass appeal.
You could be the 63rd person on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think, and in these movies, the common complaint is like nothing happens. And there was a little middle period where they kind of got a little like boring.
Like a lull,
but in general, they kept the action up like pretty consistently. Yeah. Like those murders across the whole movie, which I liked. And then the humor I liked, and then the symbolism I liked. And then the chick's badass. I mean, literally, that probably factors into how much I like the movie too. That she like crushed it while being 8 months pregnant and directing and acting and writing.
Great character. I think just things could have hit a little bit better.
Oh yeah,
given more time to really.
Yeah. Could have,
even if it was just her given just more time thinking about it. I mean, she wrote it in 3 days. Like
you're only pregnant so long, So.
Fair. I mean, her being pregnant.
So was her water breaking on screen like legit?
Oh,
was her water?
That would be awesome. that was her C-section.
That might raise my score up.
That wasn't like a medical video. That was like literally her.
No
C-section.
wonder the budget was so low. She's like, just film this whole thing. We'll work it in.
Well, I would think she'd be able to write off her delivery.
Those are real doctors.
Yeah, right?
Real everything.
I would raise my score up a little bit if that were the case.
Awesome.
So that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. Nate, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us at our website, TexasPodcastMassacre.com. You can tweet us at TXPodMassacre. You can tweet us some questions about pregnancy. Lisa can answer them.
For sure. I got this.
How to make a shank while pregnant. Optimal stabbing motions.
She didn't even make a shank. She just went for what was around.
Your center of gravity is a little bit different when you're pregnant, right? So you got to make sure you're thrusting in a different way.
Shanking with mommy and me.
Mommy and me shaking.
Yeah.
Well, actually, did you see that book that she had? Her little scrapbook with a bunch of murdering things in there? We can maybe sell
And
that
it
in
was
the
a
store
baby
later.
book. It was like baby's first words.
Here's all the ways I murdered people. You can catch us on iTunes. Leave us a review. Give us a good rating. You can find us on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, a bunch of your podcast platforms.
All right. Well, from all of us here, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, just keep telling yourself it's only a movie.
Baby
Good night.
knows best.